Hi, welcome to Hot Damn Cooking with Timmy. Today I'm really excited. We're going to make my favorite Parmesan dish. We're making pork Parmesan. What you're going to need some center cut pork chops or pork loin that you would trim down to about 1/2 inch thick pork chops. At that point, you would pound them down. So I've got 4 center cut pork chops basically pounded down. You're going to go ahead and dip them in the flour like so. You're going to dip them in the egg like so. Today I'm using panko breadcrumbs. I like to change it up every once in a while. So let me back up a little bit. You're going to need 2 cups of flour, 3 large eggs beaten up, and then you're going to need 2 cups of breadcrumbs for about 4 pork chops. So we just repeat the process. We got the flour, got the egg, we got the breadcrumb. All right, pretty straightforward, pretty easy. So anyway, let me tell you about this pork Parmesan. I've had chicken Parmesan most of my life, but I ran into pork Parmesan a couple years back. I almost don't eat chicken parm anymore. The pork's so much more tastier. Just gotta pound out the pork so it's not tough. So let me just repeat that one last time. Flour, whoop, a little more flour, egg, breadcrumb. Skimping on the breadcrumb there. Holy cow. All right, there we go. Okay, so we got our pork chops breaded and ready to go. You're going to need about 1.5 cups of shredded mozzarella. You're going to need about 2-3 tablespoons of Parmesan cheese. I did freshly grate that. I want to point that out. You don't want to buy the pre-grated Parmesan. It starts to dry out immediately. It tastes totally different. Now in your pan, you're going to want about 1 cup of oil, depending on the size of your pan. Basically what you want is 1/4 inch of oil or a little less, okay? Start preheating that. Also, put your oven to 375 now. Okay, so we've got our pre-breaded breadcrumbs. We're just waiting for the oil to heat up. It's going to heat up pretty good. Although it is an electric stove, you got to kind of pray for heat. Okay, so my oven's at 375. We're good to go. That'll be ready when I need it. The pork I pounded pretty thin, so we're not going to cook it all that long. Okay, so I've heated up the oil pretty good. It's ready for my first chop. Put it in, hopefully get a nice little sizzle going on there. That's sizzling pretty good. I'll move on to my next chop. Now the heat, I want you to know, right now it's on about 7.5. Again, it's an electric stove, so it does take time to heat up. I probably won't leave it at 7.5 this whole time. Well, I'm going to wait until this shrinks down a little bit, and it will shrink down a little bit. So this is where the magic happens. We want it to be golden brown. We want it to be pretty close to done. We are going to bake it off after we add the cheeses and the sauces. So if it's not 100% done, if it's only 90% done, it's going to be okay because it's going to be baked for a few minutes too at 375. Thank you very much, Anthony DeLeon. Okay, so if you want to come in and take a look, the oil's bubbling pretty good and stuff. This is where we got to be careful. This is where you can make a pretty good mistake. You do not want to burn the oil, burn the pork chops. You see it's getting a nice golden brown. We're just going to give it another minute. Oh, we're going to turn that one over right now. Probably a good time to turn this one over. Probably going to do the pork about 3-4 minutes each side. But again, you just want to monitor it really close now because you do not want to go into a dead-on boil where you're going to burn the oil and burn the pork. My baking pan is ready. My mozzarella is ready. My parm's ready. I've got about 3 cups of organic sauce here. I don't think we're going to use 3 cups. I did pre-cook some pasta, so we're going to have some pasta and pork Parmesan. I sure hope you try this recipe. It's so much more tasty than chicken. And if the pork is done right, it'll be as tender or more tender. Okay, so again, we're just looking for a nice golden brown color because we are going to finish cooking it off in the oven. coming right along. I'm just trying to cook it evenly. Again, I'm on an electric stove. It's hard to generate heat. It's hard to dissipate heat. It's hard to cook evenly, really. They look nice. That's about it. All right, so it's cooking really well. I'm going to get my bacon dish ready. Put a little sauce in there on the bottom of the plate. This is a leftover organic sauce. I make gallons of it and I freeze it so I get to use it all year. I suggest you do the same thing. It comes in so convenient. Just a little bit. Put a little cheese on there. Shake off my next piece. You can't see because it's an electric stove. Well, I guess you can see. It's still on. It's ready for my next batch of mushrooms. I'm going to stagger the pork a little bit. And I'm ready for my next piece. Again, my oven's all ready. This should be done in just a couple minutes. You're going to taste one of the tastiest Parmesan meals you've ever had, I'd imagine. Pork's cooking nicely. Okay, so the last two pieces are near done now. And again, just so you know, the stove's on 7.5. I had about a cup and a half of oil in there, and a little over a cup. So my pork is looking beautiful. I don't know if you can. Oops, let me drain that again. My bad. All right, and again, I'm going to overlap it. Just put some cheese on that. I'm putting some pretty heaping amounts of cheese. I like it ooey gooey. All right, and for my last piece, shaking it up. All right, gonna put that on there, fit it in there nicely. We take my pan off the heat. Okay, and I'll put my last bit of cheese on there. The little extras I'll just kind of spread all around. All right. My oven's ready. Use my non-sponsored heat glove there. Put that in there. We're gonna let it cook for, I don't know, 5-10 minutes. Okay. So what I was telling you about the sauteing or frying of the pork, I could say it's going to take 3 or 4 minutes, but it's all at the temperature you have. I had it about 3/4 high. I don't know how well your electric stove works or anything like that. It's a few minutes, and when you see the pork turning golden brown, you know, it's ready to be flipped. It's ready, and the other side is ready to come out. Okay, so I checked on the pork, and it's about halfway melted. It's cooking pretty good, so I'm going to add some sauce now. I didn't want to add it too soon. And I'm not going to add a super ton of it, but I do want it to work in a little bit, you know. All right, look at that. I'm going to put a little bit of Parm on there. It'll taste good, trust me. All right, so I'm going to finish cooking it off in the oven. It's going to be total about 5-10 minutes at the most. Okay, so let's check. It is done. Oh, it's nice. It's bubbling all over. Come on, take a nice look at that. Can you see the bubbling and everything? Everything's turning golden brown where the cheeses are and everything. It's done. Moment of truth. Try out the pork Parmesan. Dun-dun-dun-dun. It's hot damn cooking with Timmy.
It's so moist and tender. It tastes so good. It's delicious, honey. You gotta sit down and have a plate.
That's hot damn cooking with Timmy. My time, you can see it's ooey gooey cheesy. Hot damn cooking with Timmy. That's delicious. Dude, it makes me feel good. Please hit the like button on this video. Please subscribe. You do have to sign into YouTube to do that. Please subscribe to my channel. I've got hundreds of recipes coming at you. They're all great recipes. I hope you enjoy this one. Take the time to make it. Cheers.